Welcome, friend. It's another beautiful day here on earth. So much of the suffering that we feel in our lives is partly due to our misunderstood concepts of who we truly are. When we identify mainly with our bodies or with our names or where we come from, we narrow down the scope of who and what we identify ourselves to be, and in a way trap ourselves into very limited confines. This, of course, turns into our egos that we use to move through the world and relate to each other. This is who I am, this is who you are, and this is who they are, right? Now, this ego is very helpful for survival and to get your bearings in the world and have an idea of where you stand in relation to everything else. The problem comes when you only identify with that and you forget your higher self. You forget who you are before you came into this body, who you are after you leave this body, this lifetime. And that, of course, causes a lot of confusion. It causes a lot of fear. It causes a lot of mystery to life. But once you learn this truth, and once you can embody this truth, your life will completely transform. And of course, this truth that I'm speaking of is the I am, is awareness, is the self. It is that self that you are when you close your eyes and you go into a meditative state and you release the body, you release your thoughts, you release your personality, and yet there you are. You still are very much present. You're still very much aware and conscious of everything that is happening. And from this state of awareness, this state of I amness, where you know you are, without having to tag yourself or label yourself anything, it's that I am before, I am a man, I am a woman, I am from this place, I am rich, I am poor, right? And you'll notice that everybody, we all use I am, right? I am hungry. We all say that. I am happy. I am excited, right? We all share this I amness. And when you understand, when you can observe it, and when you can also embody it and live from this awareness, everything around you becomes there's less weight to it. So when something happens that doesn't go the way you thought it would or how you want it to go, there is less attachment. And when you don't understand something or when you feel any sort of way, you can quickly come back to the I amness and ground yourself in the I am. From this I am, you begin to see and perceive that what you see around you is actually a reflection of who you are, of who you are being. So all the relationships, all the situations, all the events, all the manifestations you see around you, they're no longer random and just happening to you, but rather they are the manifestation, they are the result of who you have been being, who you think you are. If you believe that you are worthy and deserving of goodness, of abundance, of joy, of love in your life, and you've been holding that vibration for enough time, that is what you are seeing in your life. So there's no reason to ever be afraid again, because you understand that if something isn't up to your standards, you don't have to go out there to change it. You have to go inside to change it. And this really does away with any kind of confusion, any kind of struggle, any kind of fear that we might feel, because you realize and you can come back to the awareness that you are the I am. You are the cause of everything you're seeing around you. It's a very subtle shift, because you still are. It's just you've been identifying with a very narrow band of reality and of who you are, right? For that state of being, when we just identify with our bodies, you're very limited, and anything that your body goes through, you're gonna feel and experience as your full reality, right? And when you identify with the body, you feel very threatened, because the body is fragile and it can be hurt, it can be, many things, right? So the key here is to shift your focus from identifying with limited you, which is bound in space and time, and expand the awareness to include infinite you, right? We're still getting to play in these avatars, and we still get to enjoy life, because that's what we came here for, is with the remembrance that we are infinite beings, we are souls, and we decided to come down, to fall in a way, but really is to descend into time and space, into matter, so that we can experience what it's like to be in these bodies. You experience what it's like to be in yours. I'm experiencing what it's like to be in this one. And we all are different pieces of a very large and beautiful puzzle. So there is nothing left to fear, unless you create that fear for yourself, right? This is the power that this awareness gives us. We can reclaim this power, this sovereignty, that anything and everything that we are experiencing, we have the ability to choose more of that or to choose less, right? That is the creative faculty that you've been endowed with as a creation of the Supreme, as a creator within the creation. You get to choose what you want to see in your movie. And if you are experiencing energies and frequencies that you don't want, it is very empowering to take charge and to see that you are creating that. And just as you've been creating fear or anxiety or confusion, just as easily as you've been creating those patterns, you can easily choose clarity, calm, peace, right? Whatever that is for you, you get to choose. So never feel threatened again. Never feel fear. Never feel scared, because you are in charge and you get to decide. The moment something in your life isn't how you want it, you switch it by going inside. right? And dreaming a different picture, visualizing something else, changing your thoughts, right? You may not knowingly be attracting confusion. You may be attracting poverty. You may be attracting the opposite of love, right? And just as easily, there are many of you out there who are attracting love and are attracting abundance, and either know this consciously or unconsciously, because this program, this code, runs whether you are conscious of it or not. That's the other caveat here. We are all manifesting our reality, some of us more consciously than others, and eventually all of us more consciously, as we remember that we are reflections of each other. So take this with you, and I hope you feel empowered to create more consciously and to be a conscious co-creator in this world. Because we each have our own unique worlds we're living, but there's also the collective that we're feeding as a collective. And the more of us become more conscious with what we're thinking and what we're choosing, the collective also will change, and we will see whatever we choose, right? Whether that's more love and fairness and truth, that's up to us. So I hope this helps. I hope you feel an expansion in your being. I hope you feel more liberated to be yourself and to create consciously and lovingly. I'm sending you so much love. Let me know down below, how are you creating? What are you creating consciously? What are you calling in? What are you ready to give up? For when one of us rises, we all rise. And that's the beauty of this human game we're all playing together. I love you, and I will see you in the next one.